happened a year ago when Tennessee snapped the 15-game losing streak. Alabama won the toss and deferred. So Will Reichard will tee it up. And D. Williams, who we saw take a punt return for a touchdown last week, is back at the goal line for Tennessee. Third Saturday in October. Let's do it. And they'll let this one go, and Tennessee will bring it out to the 25-yard line. That'll bring us our Papa John's lineups. Starting with Joe Milton. Last week, only 100 yards through the air. That probably is not going to do it today. Third season at Tennessee, first couple of years at Michigan. Last year, the backup to Hendon Hooker. When Hooker went down to an injury, he took over, was the MVP of the Orange Bowl in the win over Clemson. But now the heat is on him on the road in this atmosphere at Alabama. Jalen Wright in the backfield with him. Going to throw out to right in the flat. Jalen Wright made one guy miss, got a block, and picked up about 4 as we take a look at the rest of the offense. Squirrel White a couple of weeks ago had a big game. Last week kind of quiet. If they can get him in some open space, they can make some things happen. He's their leading receiver. Quick throw, and it's out to Squirrel. Just a short gain, knocked out of bounds. It'll be third down against the Alabama defense that has been getting better week in and week out. And Malachi Moore, who didn't play from that star position a week ago, back in there, and that's really good news for the back end of their defense. There's Malachi. Third down and 6. Here they come. Milton flushed out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it and get the first down as he buries Malachi Moore over there, and they have a little chat.
So Joe Milton heard the criticism from a week ago. Early in that football game, he had a couple of runs where he could have put that shoulder down and got first downs. I thought he had a good second half when he ran the ball. I think it's an important part of this game. Will they run him more?
Now play action. Joe looking to throw to the outside. Rips one over to Squirrel White again. He got about 5 more. So immediately number 10 has an impact on this opening drive with 2 catches.
Really feel like the surprising thing about both quarterbacks is they don't design more runs for them. I expect it in this game.
Second down and 3. Jalen Wright trying to cut to the edge, and he'll get just enough, I think, for the first down as he goes out of bounds in front of the Alabama sideline. He's a patient runner, isn't he?
He is. I think he's a little short now, by about a half a yard.
Goes out right there.
Yeah, he
right
could have got it. I think he misjudged the first down line.
See if he can get it here. And he does, as he got it to midfield. First down, Tennessee.
So again, so far in this game, the Josh Heupel offense has not substituted. That means that Alabama has not been able to substitute. Here's an injury.
That'll be a substitute.
Yep.
First man down on the game.
Knee or ankle tweak a bit.
He had a huge game down at Texas A&M, 8 tackles and a sack in the one we did. 13 games since the last opening scoring drive. Right now, Tennessee's got a first down right at midfield. Milton strike again. Squirrel White, 11 more yards and a first down.
Well, that's a good sign right there for this Tennessee offense. It wasn't a perfect throw, but the receiver helps out the quarterback. That's how you get the quarterback feeling confident that he can throw it anywhere and they can make a catch.
So they worked it at the 39 of Alabama here on their opening march. Milton loads and fires long to the end zone. Did he get it? Touchdown! The Squirrel stretches out at the goal line.
Now, did he drag his foot or did the ball move? I thought I saw the ball move at the end of this. They do call touchdown. His foot goes. Does the ball move when he hits the ground? That looked nothing. Perfect throw. Great technique. Drags his left foot. Now does he control the ball? Again, nothing so far to overturn this call.
Our AT&T 5G pylon cam. Gene Steratore is with us.
Yeah, I'm with Gary on it. I think just an amazing play by the receiver. He does stick that catch. I don't see movement there. He's pulling it back in.
It is under review.
It is an amazing catch.
He caught the back end of the ball.
A great throw. He catches by the white stripe. He brings it in. Remember, he just had the great catch on the slant. Gets his left toe down, and right after the slant, you'll see Squirrel, I think he comes down and up on kind of one of those wheel route plays. Gets the matchup he wants, and then a perfect throw. You get your slot receiver matched up against an outside linebacker, Chris Braswell right there, number 41.
We've seen about every look we're going to see. And again, there you see catch the back end of the ball.
Amazing catch. Great throw. Great technique. Threw to the right guy. And do we see anything? I don't think so. That's a catch.
That's going to cap an opening 75-yard drive. And just a remarkable athletic feat just to get to the ball. Here's a call. Touchdown, Tennessee.
So how about Joe Milton? We were wondering, when is he going to bust out? I think that early run, he heard it, when last week when you didn't stretch it out for that first down. Second half, he took on a few players running the ball, comes out, feels the emotion of the game, 5 for 5.
For 60 yards and a touchdown on the drive. Charles Campbell in for the point after. Up and good.
Confident the receiver can grab it. Bigger target for the QB.
Turbeville to kick off for the Vols. And Alabama will let this one go out the back of the end zone.
I'll tell you what, Joe Milton did a great job right here. First of all, look at this. Alabama is only going to rush 3 players, and he sees the matchup he likes. That's Chris Braswell right there, the outside linebacker matched up against his slot. Then he looks and says, is it man-to-man or not? I got the matchup I want, perfect throw. But as Braswell covers, watch him look to see, where's my help? And there is none, and he knows he's in trouble. You wonder if there was supposed to be someone back there to help that matchup.
As good a player as Chris Braswell is, that's not the lineup you want.
No, I bet you when he came to the bench, somebody did not do their assignment behind him.
So now it's Alabama from the 25. Milroe, nobody there for the fake handoff. He's going to throw short and pick it up out to the 31-yard line. As we take a look at the Papa John's lineups, starts with Jalen Milroe out of Katy, Texas. He's got his first completion on that pass out across the 30. Jace McClellan, who just caught that ball, a single setback. And here's Milroe keeping. And tripped up. Looked like he had a little bit of an opening. Aaron Beasley closed it.
Well, as we suspected, will they call more running plays for the quarterback? This is a designed run, and from inside out, Beasley makes the play. That was a big play right there.
No kidding. He'd still be running.
I think McDonald helped him. Wasn't it number 12? I think it was Terry McDonald that helped make that play.
And it brings up a third down.
Still run pass situation here, not third and long.
Fourth in the conference in third down conversions. It's McClellan trying to run for it. Not quite.
So no. That's what the Alabama offense needs. Like these 3rd and 2s or 3s. How come they're not picking these up? That time nobody handled Elijah Herring, the middle linebacker, number 44. No rub off to help. Hard to run the ball up the middle without blocking the middle linebacker.
They had a 3rd and 3 and only got 2, so that means Burnap will come in to punt, and D. Williams waits back at the 10-yard line. Williams runs up on this one and gets out of the way and hopes that his teammates do. It's going to take an Alabama roll inside the 15 to gear up again, as they were quieted by Joe Milton and company with those numbers on Tennessee's opening drive. Here's a pitch. Jalen Wright can't find anywhere to go and loses yardage. Just checking with Jenny.
Well, Gary, you mentioned that slow start last week for Joe Milton. He took all the blame. He told me that everyone else was on the same page, but he felt disconnected. He said this week he needed to get going early in the game, and that is exactly what we saw, guys.
Boy, no doubt. Loss on a play, 4 for Wright. Trying to get it back here, and Milroe +1. But it's still going to bring up third down.
So my thinking is that the Alabama defense, as good as A&M's front 7 is, and they're pretty good, obviously, they're more of an attacking defense and create some openings when they go for their tackle for losses. Alabama does more of a 2-gap. They engage and they look and they try to build the fence. Let's see if they can control that really good Tennessee running game.
They're going to try to force the first incompletion of the game for Milton. And it's Squirrel White, and he dives forward. I think his knee hit before he got to the first down marker. He's a couple yards shy.
Really good call there by Josh. Expected the blitz, got the blitz, and almost creased it. If it wasn't for Moitke, number 92, making that play, that would have been a first down.
So Tennessee's got to give it up. Kool-Aid McKinstry back around the 30-yard line for Alabama on the Jackson Ross upcoming punt. Waits and finally kicks it. And McKinstry has just got to get everybody out of the way. Takes a Tennessee roll dead around the 30.
Good poison call. Freshman on the left side by chipping. But it's going to be J.C. Latham, number 65, all alone, all day.
There you see them, and they are lined up against each other on a first down from the 30 for Alabama. And there's Pierce, who's second only to Dallas Turner of Alabama in the sack totals this year. He's got 6, and we saw him raise havoc a week ago. First down for the Tide. Blitz coming from the secondary. Milroe stands in, waits, fires, and got it all the way out to the 48-yard line to Malik Benson. Nice throw and catch.
Yeah, you know, he had time. You're not right. The blitz did come, but they disguised it so much that it was too late to get there. And that opened up the easy throw. Watch J.C. Latham. Here's the matchup. One-on-one. He's got him, and he finished him.
And a pickup of 17 for the Alabama offense. Back to the ground game. And Chase McClellan gets it across midfield to the 48 of Tennessee.
So watch the All-American. One of the early draft choice, J.C. Latham, number 65. He's going to get inside and get on that linebacker this time. That's what crease it. Go inside, boom, get on the middle linebacker and toss him around.
Second down and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. McClellan nothing this time. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Aaron Beasley stops the Alabama offense that looks like this. We haven't had time. Isaiah Bond, the leading receiver for Alabama, hasn't had a catch yet. And everything's been going so fast, we haven't been able to set the offense and defense for Alabama and the defense for Tennessee. But I can tell you the highlighted guy is Pierce, who Gary just did some Project Smarter with. Roydell Williams in the backfield for the first time today for Alabama.
It's a great matchup all game. I mean, there's 2 NFL players on the field. Both of them great. They'll both have plays that they make. Watch them all day.
3rd and 5. Milroe going to go deep. And out of bounds. No chance for Bond to catch that. And it's 4th down.
And he'll have to punt it. I would think. I mean, it's at that just past midfield right here. Tennessee is going to play defense safe. They're going to keep their defense out there and make sure that this is a punt. Puts Squirrel White back there, but he's going to keep a defensive front out there.
So Burnham set for his second punt.
This is a message to Alabama, like if you're going to fake it, you're going to beat our defense here.
Burnham just straight away with the kick, high end over end. Fair catch called for and taken at the 4th. Now the crowd coming to life behind Joe Milton. Jabari Small, part of that 3 running back package for Tennessee's in there. This is going to be a little option, a late pitch to Small, and he puts his shoulder down and picks up a good gain. As Caleb Downs, a freshman, put him down. Josh Heupel in his third year, and what a job he's done, reigning SEC Coach of the Year from last season.
And a good job adjusting to a different style this year. They're a running team first.
Milton fires outside, completes, and a first down, and getting away and almost breaking free was Ramel Keaton.
Well, how about that? The old comeback route. You know, usually you get this bump and run to the outside. No, this man-to-man to the outside. Good shot. Right to the outside. Easy. It's a read route. Most of the Tennessee routes are read after the snap. Guys playing off, give me the comeback right down the stem.
Milton still slinging it out there. He's perfect. Now it's the option coming the other way. This time he will give it up at the very last second to Jabari Small, who goes out after a short gain. I think Joe kind of hit an indecisive spot there and said, I don't really know what to do with this thing.
He said, you know, Jabari, if one guy's going to get hit here, it's going to be you.
And he just got tapped out of bounds. Second down and 8. Small made the first man miss, and then the cutback got to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Again, that's that Alabama defense that they depend on. They want to bounce those runs outside. Now, you mentioned, I mean, Jalen Wright does that really well, but that's the way you have to play this offense. You cannot let them gash you between the tackles. You have to bounce it outside, and it becomes difficult because you're basically playing 9-on-9 because their receivers are so wide, they take your corners out of the run game defense.
No run support from the edges.
No.
Milton, plenty of time, rips it complete. White again, and another first down.
So remember, that slot position a year ago from Jalen Hyatt scored 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, and over 200 yards.
Over
receiving.
200 yards. So I'm not surprised that they don't go back to the slot and say, well, let's see if they can stop it. And so far, they got a touchdown, a slant, and then the first down.
And Squirrel White, another 12-yard pickup. He's already got 6 catches and that touchdown. Milton, here comes the heat from Tim Smith. And Joe's going to run far side, get what he can, and out of bounds, and there's a flag. I thought Tim Smith might have gotten held, but maybe not.
I think it is going against Tennessee. John Campbell, number 74, doesn't look too happy. Is he the guilty one?
Number 54.
It is. Right here, left side. Kind of go out of picture before we see exactly the finish of the play.
Number 50 is the guy that got dragged down. So that backs up Tennessee behind the chains for really the first time.
3-man front again.
Quarterback draw. Milton found an opening off the left side and just dives forward for what he can get, which is a good gain.
Watch, just by shifting out the running back, what Alabama has to do, they put 3 players really wide. Way wide out here. They're all out of it. Running the quarterback draw, the formation creates the space.
Dylan Sampson straight up the middle. Sampson spins his way to the 36 and another volunteer first down.
How would you like to have your game breaker be your number 3 running back? Runs through a tackle, spins through a tackle.
Now Milton going to fire the other way. Complete. Nice catch. Just snagged out in front of them, and Tennessee just moving it down the field. It's Keaton again.
Same route, playing off on the outside. Run right back down the stem. Wherever you come from, go back the same way. The ball will be there. That's the signal to the quarterback.
Alabama's defense getting sliced and diced right now by Milton. And the Tennessee offense. And a shot down the middle that's incomplete. That one was intended for Dante Thornton. So everybody can catch their breath a little bit with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Was this a drop ball or a deflected ball? I could not tell. Oh, that's a drop ball. I mean, you got a quarterback having a perfect day, 9 for 9, and you drop number 10.
Yeah. Kind of slowed up with number 32 coming into the picture.
I know. I mean, that's the first mistake that Tennessee has made on offense.
Joe Milton's already got more passing yards than all of last week, and we've got 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Throws to the tight end, and he's ripped down around the 17-yard line. That's McCallan Castles. Castles transfer, spent some time at UC Davis, a couple years at Cal. And with that game brings up a 3rd down and short. And they're going in a hurry.
Man, what a job by the Tennessee offensive line.
And Sampson acting like Sampson right now. He's still not down. I think they're going to put him at about the 6-yard line.
Watch this offensive line right up the gash, right up the middle, right behind Cooper Mays, inside. Oh, does he take that nose tackle? Cooper Mays, who did not play the first 4 games, they didn't have him against Florida in their only loss on the road. He makes a difference.
So it's 1st and goal, Tennessee.
Both of these teams have struggled inside the red zone for touchdowns.
Yep.
11th and 12th in the SEC in first downs inside the red zone.
Just outside the 5. Milton in the gun. Dylan Sampson, who's gotten a lot of the rushing yardage on this series, and Milton's got the rest of it. And Joe got to the 5, and that's about it. Here's what Gary was talking about with the red zone situation. Week 1 perfect. Since, not so much.
And they are 12th in the SEC in red zone touchdowns.
Alabama fans are hoping that statistic doesn't change. They faked the sweep to Sampson. That one is hit en route.
I think it was Lawson, number 32, that got his hand on it.
Yep, Delonte got a paw on that one down near the goal line.
Little ride here. Here's Lawson. Let's see what he does. He play and run. Nope, back up and make a wonderful play.
It's a good vertical jump by number 32 right there. 3rd down and goal.
Probably some kind of rub out here.
3 wideouts up to where Gary just circled. Milton waits, fires late, incomplete. Intended for Sampson. Delonte Dawson with another play defensively out there covering.
So that's a big stop. This Alabama defense is reeling, but they get a stop and force a field goal. Interesting call here. They go man-to-man to the outside, just a bit outside. I think Lawson gets his hand on the running back that time and keeps him from getting out there, Sampson, to make that catch.
Charles Campbell, who's 9 out of 11 on the year, will try a 24-yard field goal. He hit a couple last week from 31 and 24. And he's got this one up and through. Another long scoring drive, though it was only 3 for Tennessee. 15 plays to get that field goal. Let's send it back to Adam Zucker in our New York studio for a Jeep update. Zuck, Tennessee so far.
It's early, but it's an important drive for Alabama. 25 plays, on a pace for Tennessee for 100 plays in the first quarter. 25 already.
Roydell Williams on the carry for about 4. Elijah Herring on the defense for Tennessee. That has quite a group, an outstanding group, including James Pierce, who we talked about, 2nd in the SEC in sacks. Beasley, an outstanding linebacker. Tank McCullough and those guys on the back end who came up with a couple of key interceptions in the second half last week to preserve their win. Jalen Milroe stands tall. Now he has to scramble around and finally get rid of it.
Here it comes with the 3rd down again. Remember what they're facing here. They've only run the ball. They've only had 7 plays in the first quarter. Coming down, it's just man free, playing man coverage, safety in the middle of the field, nowhere to go with the ball. The last 2 3rd downs not made, and that's why they've had a 3 and out and a 4 play out. Basically, Alabama has had 1 good play,
right.
The crossing route.
That 17-yard pickup. Yep. Right now they need 6. Milroe, look out from behind.
Ball's on the ground.
And Tennessee's got it.
James Pierce went to the other side and worked on, I think it was Proctor over there, number 74. Pierce switches to the other side so he doesn't have to go against Latham. And he just...
So now Milton and company with a golden opportunity here with 1:16 remaining in the first quarter. He fakes the pitch to Jabari Small, looking to throw off the run, and got it complete. Squirrel White again.
What a nice job by Squirrel White. He's the original receiver, the #1 guy in the flat. He doesn't get the ball right away, so he wheels up. And Joe Milton finds him. Another great catch by Squirrel.
14 yards more for Squirrel White and Joe Milton. And it's 1st and goal. Trying to take advantage of the fumble. From the 9-yard line. Milton, quick look to the left into the corner and overshot and incomplete, intended for Caleb Webb.
Yes, you know, another story early in this game, as you're watching this pass just a little bit outside on the fade route. No false starts by Tennessee. Against Georgia last year, we did that game. They had 5 in the first half. Against Florida, they had 3 key first down false starts on first down in the red zone. Nothing.
Noise
so
isn't
far.
bothering them at all.
Not at all.
Milton maybe got a yard. Dallas Turner forced that inside.
They're not beating themselves, making it hard on themselves. 1 holding penalty, and they were able to get around that.
3rd down to go. And just to hold Tennessee to only 3 here would be big for Nick Saban's defense.
Yep.
They've been out there the whole game so far.
Yep, that's the... No, that sticks out in this offense. They're not producing touchdowns in the red zone.
From the 8, Milton fires to the corner just a little bit high.
And a touchdown.
Jacob Warren, the veteran tight end, just couldn't quite get to it.
They go bunch and they rub to the flat. Warren's right here and he goes to the back of the corner. They're going to rub to the flat. Nothing there. Take the second receiver. Would have been a really good catch, but it would have been a touchdown, obviously, had he caught it. It's high.
Just that much too high.
Just a little too high. It's not a drop. It's just could have been better.
So not Charles Campbell, who just hit from 24 a couple of minutes ago. This will be from 26 from the other hash mark.
I'll tell you, Nick Saban will meet his defense.
First quarter. Turbeville's kick. It's going to be fielded and brought out. And Kendrick Law gets out across the 20, but that's about it.
Hey, Ness, what do you do if you're Tommy Rees, first-year offensive coordinator for Alabama? Can't run the ball, having trouble pass protecting. What do you dial on that play? There's Tommy right there.
I don't know, like you said, with the exception of that one nice pass to Isaiah Bond, there hasn't been any offense.
I mean, you admire Jalen Milroe's trust in his offensive line, but he has to kind of get that mental clock working a little bit faster.
He's holding it a long time.
A little too long.
Probably the final play of the quarter here. Milroe in a pistol set and give it off to Jace McClellan. Trying to get to the second level and backpedals, and his offensive line pushing him for about a 7.
Coach, how do you get this team to reset and get back into this game?
Well, really what we got to do is get off the field on 3rd down on defense. You know, we've had opportunities to get off the field. They made 3 or 4 3rd downs that extend drives. And when you play a team like this, you got to get off the field. And offensively, we just got to get it going. You know, I mean, you know, we've just not had enough positive plays, but I think we'll get a plan together and get it moving here.
Thank you, Coach.
Let's see. So far, 2nd down and 4 to open the quarter. And here's a little end around. Kendrick Law. Law into the secondary and all the way, and that's getting it going. Coach Saban.
Yeah, which is nice here. It's going to count as passing yards in this attack, and it only had to travel a half a yard. Gets the outside, and Kendrick Law shows you what kind of athlete he has when he has the football. Get it going. They found a way to get it going.
Yeah, they did. 34 yards later, they got it at the 39 of Tennessee. That's the biggest play so far for the Alabama offense. Now it's Jace McClellan. Maybe 3 on that one. Statistically in the first quarter, all Tennessee.
Yeah. Alabama fans, you might want to turn away from this one.
29 plays. Scary said we're on pace for over 100. Roydell Williams back in the Alabama backfield. On 2nd and 7. Isaiah Bond in motion. And they're going to throw back screen to Roydell, and that went nowhere.
Yeah, Kamal Harris stayed home. The cornerback that time. A lot of motion, a lot of people going different directions. But as you look at this Tennessee defense, as the motion goes, nobody follows them. They're in a zone. They're keeping all eyes on the quarterback, and Kamal Harris makes the big tackle.
He had a good game last week, including an interception in the second half and a nice open field stop by Haddon there.
Well, let's see what the pass rush does. There's the game right here. Third down. They've not been able to handle the pass rush.
Nyblack went out in a slot and now comes back into the core of the offense in his tight end position. They're going to try to get Jalen Milroe some room, but nothing doing. And Omar Norman Lott with a sack.
Yeah, Omar Norman Lott did not play a week ago, but he's playing today, and he read the zone keep that time perfectly. And that takes him out of field goal range, too. I think it would have been about a 53-yarder. Watch him play the running back and the quarterback. Makes the play.
Instead of a Will Reichert attempt, it's going to be a punt by Burnip. Boy, that was just too fast.
Yeah, he was thinking quarterback, no doubt. You go, guys, you got to call for the running back. I got the quarterback.
Burnip now would like to knock this thing inside the 10 somewhere.
Well, it could happen. Oh, it bounced forward. Either way, he made a good play on the screen pass.
He didn't play in this game last year, but he's had back-to-back weeks with interceptions.
Absolutely.
Milton going to throw it out. Tough just to make the catch for Jalen Wright. Picked up a couple. That's about it.
Well, as much as the Alabama defense has been run on and moved on, those 2 first-and-goal stops could be a huge story if they can get another one.
That one's incomplete, a little bit behind Ramel Keaton.
Just remember, as this game goes along, 2 first-and-goals ended up being field goals.
I was just going to say, the way this thing's going offensively for Alabama, it might be their defense that has to win it. But I guess, like you said, they've already had 2 semi-wins to force those field goals.
Easily could have been 21-0.
Yeah. And they got a chance maybe here on a 3rd and long. Joe Milton, 50% on his 3rd down conversions today. This one's 3rd and 7. He's going to flare it out to right. Looking for blockers, nothing there. Wrestled out of bounds, Terry and Arnold. And that'll force a punt.
So as Nick said to Jenny, 3rd down, we have to win. We let him out of the bag in the first quarter too many times. This time, Tennessee tries to just run a safe play on 3rd and long, and they're going to punt the ball.
Jackson Ross with Kool-Aid McKinstry back on the other end. Kool-Aid around the 35. Ross had that huge punt last week that landed at the 1-foot line that helped Tennessee win the game. This time the left foot. And McKinstry has to get out of the way.
2009, and of course, last season with Tennessee breaking up that 15-game win streak that Alabama was holding on to, guys.
That first one that Tennessee won, I don't know if General Nealon was even a general yet. I think he was a captain at that time.
When are they going to get the ball to Jermaine Burton is what I want to know.
Jalen Milroe wants to get it to anybody except that. Dropped at the line of scrimmage.
So we did the Texas A&M game early in that game. Remember, he had 12 targets in that game. Last week against Arkansas, I looked up his targets. He only had the ball thrown to him 3 times. So far, just over a quarter, nothing. He's their best receiver.
There he is, number 3. 2nd down and 10. Burton in the slot. Here's some option. McClellan looking for blockers. Got away. Puts his shoulder down and just about got the 1st down.
Well, when you don't get the ball, sometimes you don't want to do the other things. But this time, Jermaine Burton does block on the edge. There he is. He handles his guy. That's what you got to do. Be patient. Stay in the game. Get your blocks. Eventually, that ball's going to find you.
Tennessee's got 13 points. Alabama's got 17 plays. So he did just get the first down at the 49 of the Volunteers. McClellan trying to go straight up the middle. Maybe 3 there before Aaron Beasley and company brought him down. Alabama uses all their tailbacks. McClellan, Roydale Williams. They started to use some of their younger guys, Jam Miller and Justice Haynes, a little bit more in previous weeks, but I'm sure they just want experience in there right now. Second and 7. Isaiah Bond in motion. Milroe barely had time to get the screen away, and then it was blown up. Dupree, the tight end, I think would have been the intended target.
Yeah, we already saw that play once in this game. See, a little bit successfully this time. As you say, getting a fast rush in his face, and he doesn't get it over his head. Orbit motion. Get it. Here comes from the outside, and knocked down just as he gets it by Josephs.
Joshua Joseph with a nice defensive play forces 3rd and 7. And right now, Alabama 0 for on their 3rd down conversions.
Pierce is back over here on this side.
Milroe really needs a hook up here. Jalen fires, and he's got his hook up, and it's Burton. First down, Alabama.
And nice job this time. He reads the coverage and gets the ball. Good protection. Burton comes inside and goes back out. Nice way to read it. He knows right where the soft spot is. Delivered. But the key thing again, J.C. Latham gives him time. That's that matchup. A little bit of time to throw the ball, and guys are going to be open.
22-yard pickup. From the 24, a little short shovel pass. Isaiah Bond, and Bond got another first down and took his man Haddon out of bounds with him with maybe a shoulder injury.
Well, you can see the creativity that Tommy Rees is having to turn to already in this game to move the football. They have to be exotic in the way they are calling their plays, and I think it's Kamal Haddon feels his right shoulder right there at that pop, right?
So Haddon shaking up through that right shoulder in there, and that's the one he's holding.
Yeah, jeez.
See in this rematch with 8:44 to go.
Let's see if this Tennessee defense can bow their neck and get a field goal attempt instead of a touchdown.
McClellan nowhere to hide over there. Got a half a yard out of it when all was said and done. Beasley another tackle.
Great pursuit. Watch this Tennessee defense take on the blocks. You see Herring in the middle of it, works his way out to the outside and is able to handle and clean up the play.
Tennessee only allows 105 yards on the ground a game. Alabama just a notch ahead of them at 104 yards allowed per game. Center judge is going to slow things down here for a second.
Substitution by Alabama. They will allow Tennessee to trot on a player.
And here he comes. Fans not loving that.
Well, because the play clock went down so long, Alabama's going to be forced. I feel like the crowd before they get it is waiting for some offense here. I mean, they're just like, okay.
They were so fired up at the beginning, and now they're like, wait a minute. It's not supposed to be 13-0 at home. 2nd and 10. Milroe 6 out of 9 for 90 yards. 6 receivers with at least 1 catch. Roydale Williams on the ground. And again, there's just not much there.
Much at all.
Couple of yards. It'll be 3rd and 8.
You can understand you don't want to give up on your running game, but boy, right now it's looking a lot like we did when we did that Texas A&M game, right?
Yes.
Nothing easy in the run game.
Alabama's 8th in the conference in rushing, and that's not normally the way it is. But of course, all the prolific passers they've had over the last several years has made that not really matter too much. It's mattering right now.
Pierce is on the other side again, switched over.
Milroe at 3rd and 7. This time has time to the end zone. Got it. Touchdown, Alabama. And it's Burton for the score.
Makes sense. You think players instead of plays. Go to your go-to guys. Good job by Proctor this time, giving Milroe time to throw the ball. Spin move by Pierce, but beautiful route by Burton and a strike. Watch Caden Proctor get the spin move, keeps his feet moving. The ball is gone. Nice out move and then hook up. That is timing in the pass route right there.
Extra point by Will Reichert upcoming. Up and good. On that drive, including the 10-yard touchdown, his 5th touchdown reception of the year. And with 7 minutes and change remaining, Tennessee's lead cut to 13-7. Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson, Jenny Dell, and our CBS crew here on a beautiful sunshiny day in Tuscaloosa.
Well, the Alabama defense has given up 186 yards, but it's the 2 stops of 1st and goal and forcing Tennessee into 3 points that has kept Alabama in this football game. 2 1st and goals. It's 13-0 instead of 21-0, and 1 touchdown means ball game.
Yep. And that 1 touchdown sort of ignited the crowd. As we were talking about, any kind of offense would lift the spirits of the sellout crowd in Bryant-Denny Stadium, and that touchdown toss has got them back in it, as you can hear. Jalen Wright, going to be a loss of a yard. Justin Aboigbe.
Aboigbe does a great job attacking this running play, just as you called it. Watch him come off the edge right here and make it. Take it on and then make the play. Take on the blocker and then make the play. Wonderful play.
Yep. And a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. Wright trying to squeeze through there, not much. Maybe 3 yards. Dawson and Aboigbe again on the tackle. And here comes the biggest 3rd down for Joe Milton and company, probably of the day so far.
After the interview with Jenny at the end of the 1st quarter, they got the last stop. Will they get another one on 3rd down?
Third down and 8. Milton. Pocket collapsing. He's going to take off with it. Will he get to the sticks? He did on a late 2nd effort through Dallas Turner.
And that's the thing, when we met with Nick Saban yesterday, he said the thing that Hendon Hooker did is in the pass rush situations he ran, pick up 1st downs or made it, 3rd and short. And that was a big play right there.
Dallas Turner, as good a linebacker as he is, looked like he almost gave up on that tackle.
He did, and I wonder, are they going to review this play? I think they are, whether his knee came down.
Allude to it with the left elbow.
Yep.
That instead of a hand, usually we see a hand that posts you up to try to stay above and gain that. But the forearm or the elbow, that puts you down instantly. And we can see right there, there's the forearm. So where the ball is when that occurs, I think now we'll take a different look at that. And it is really close. I think he may just be short because of that, guys.
It's a good eye, Gene. And I do think he's short. Looked at his knees, left elbow.
I will say one thing. Kevin Steele, the defensive coordinator, would tell Dallas Turner, if you can wrap up, would you please wrap up? Don't just try to throw the guy down, because he's 6'5".
And he's 235 pounds.
After further review, the runner is down to the 34.5-yard line. That'll make it 4th down.
So now what does Josh Heupel do?
It's a gutsy spot on the field if he decides to go.
Well, modern football, you run that quarterback sneak. We thought that A&M was going to run the sneak last week, and they tried to run a stretch play. But do you hand the ball back to Alabama right here? Well,
how often is Joe Milton under center as well?
True.
Well, there it is.
I will say this, they'll at least try to draw him off sides. With 5:43, you could use a timeout and see if you can draw him off first and then decide.
Now they come up to the line. And they will run. Milton hit once. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Alabama's going to take over. Josh Heupel's going to want a review of this. But the Alabama defense has come up with a stop, it appears.
He had the ball low in his stomach. He doesn't reach out for it. He's got to get to the white line, and I don't think so.
His helmet might have gotten there, but the ball never did.
Exactly. Again, there's that shotgun, as Ness mentioned. They don't take it under center very often. They don't have the Bush push at all, probably in the arsenal. Ball's in his stomach, doesn't reach out. Looks short to me.
Gene, you still with us? I know you are.
Sure. I sure am, Brad. Yeah, and a great job by Alabama's defense, too. You know, you talk about the help with the other players. When they got Milton to turn a little bit, the swarm came and stopped him from reaching forward. I think it was a great job, a good spot by the officials, too, guys.
Yeah, right off the edge. First it was Dallas Turner that turned him in, and then cleaned up by the pursuit.
So here's an opportunity for Alabama's offense with 5.5 to go in a quarter. From the Tennessee 34. Here's a little toss again to Law. They did this the other direction last time. This one won't get as big a gain, but it did get about 5. Let's check in with Jenny.
Yeah, Tennessee linebacker Kamal Haddon, he hurt his shoulder with 8:45 left to go in the second corner. The trainers, they messed around with his right shoulder pad. We're testing out his mobility there. Now, he was frustrated on the sideline as Bama scored, and it wasn't until after that that he went into the injury tent, guys.
All right, Jenny, thanks. Keep us posted. Pick up a 4 on that last play by Kendrick Law.
Judy Lally right here in from him.
Second down at 6. McClellan, maybe 1.5 yards on the inside of the Tennessee defense. Bryson Eason made the tackle, and we're under 5 minutes in the quarter. Any kind of points here for Alabama gets them closer to Tennessee, even though Tennessee is dominating in the yardage category, or at least did in the first quarter. Third down and 4. They're in Reichert field goal range if this doesn't go well. And we got a whistle and a flag.
Sideline warning, you think?
Ken Williamson will let us know.
Too many men on the field for Tennessee.
Play of game on the defense. Disconcerting signal.
That's a free first down. Calling signals on the other side.
Oh.
Be it hand claps or some other vocal signals.
Calling signals. I think it's right here.
There's
yeah, the clap right there was called. Wow.
They're going to call that on Elijah Herring.
Wow, that was...
He's going, I'm just trying to fire up my defense. What are we supposed to do? At any rate, it's first down. Alabama at the 23. Bond in motion around the back of the quarterback. McClellan still looking for any kind of opening, and it's been 3 yards and about it for all of his runs.
I feel like we're watching the Sarkisian offense right here with all these motions,
right,
orbits, shovel passes, screens. I mean, we're seeing the whole playbook being unloaded to try to jumpstart this Alabama offense.
Gene's told us from his perch in New York, that's a point of emphasis for the officials of the discerning signal call, and I have seen it a couple times in the last week. And it was a costly one for Tennessee's defense. 2nd and 7. Just outside the 20. Milroe, here comes the pressure. Going to the end zone. And broken up at the very last second and intercepted.
Yes, it was right at the end of it.
Ricocheted off the intended receiver was Burton out there. And a costly pick. Slaughter pulls it down.
I think it was Slaughter was the recipient of it. It was going to Burton to the outside.
McCullough on him.
Nice deflection, and McCullough is the recipient of the pick. One-on-one coverage out there, and it was defended perfectly. Coverage by Slaughter on that play. Makes it, falls into almost the back shoulder, and then perfect tip ball. That's what they practice.
Yes. McCullough didn't play in this game last year, and that's his first interception of the season. Gives it back to the Tennessee offense, and Joe Milton running all the way on this one, and he's lowering that shoulder again to pick up a first down.
I remember early in the year he went, I think, 81 yards for a touchdown. He reached a top end speed of over 21 miles per hour. The guy can run. He's got all the tools.
And a cannon of an arm sometimes.
Man.
Getting it to Squirrel White like that one. And White's got a first down to pick up a 14.
I think that's got to be, as I'm looking here, his 8th catch in the first half. Man-to-man coverage to the outside. Watch, right down the stem. That's the way they teach it. Easy for a quarterback. You know exactly where he's going to end up.
Now they'll go to the ground, and that's a positive one for Jabari Small, who picked up 5.
So Josh Heupel kind of rolls the dice, does not come up with it on 4th down.
No.
His defense bails him out. Now he's got all 3 timeouts left.
Milton, jump ball and a catch by Keaton. Ramel Keaton on a 50-50 ball, and he hauls it in.
So that was the story. Can these receivers help out the quarterback? Ramel Keaton dropped a big touchdown last week, but now on a 50-50 ball, as Ness said, he wins it 51-49.
And a pickup of 30. And now Small dragging guys with him for 4 more.
I can just tell you, as a quarterback, when they start making catches for you like that, you throw so much more easier to those guys.
You don't have to be perfect.
Absolutely.
So Tennessee with the interception, and now all the way down to the Alabama 16-yard line. Small, little hesitation, then just drives forward for maybe 4, as we're going to be down to a minute.
Yeah, I don't think
shortly.
Tennessee takes a timeout here at all. They're just going to let the clock run, see if they make a first down before they decide to use any timeouts.
Barring a turnover, they should at least have a 16-7 lead at halftime, but they're looking for more. 3rd down and 3.
I think it's good use of the clock. Take the clock all the way down. If you kick the field goal, you don't want to give Alabama time, and Nicksaban has decided not to use his. Heupel's way down. He might call a timeout right before the 40-second clock. He does.
And that took it all the way to 46 seconds. So look behind Joe Milton, and now into the eyes of Milton with Jabari Small in the backfield. It's Milton all the way on the run, and this time he's got the first down.
Inside 2 minutes, clock will stop. Tennessee ready to go again, or are they going to take a timeout or spike the ball? Josh Heupel wants to make sure it's a first down. They called it short.
No.
Heupel is looking for a replay. Remember the
Play is under review.
Okay, maybe I just missed something.
It looked like he got the forward progress.
Well, the entire pile is over
Oh, yeah.
the yellow
and they
line.
pulled him back. I think that's a first down.
Does a great job there. Not only that, as you stated earlier, the clock stops on the first down. Milton had a first down with 42 seconds left on the game clock, which would have been a stop. So now they're back with 2 timeouts. Referee will let him know he'll wind late, or he'll now be able to take that with 2 timeouts too. So big play on both ends, time and a down and distance.
Perfect, Gene. Thank you. 1st and goal at the 10. Jabari Small in the backfield with Milton. Gets the handle and gets run out of bounds after a pickup of 2.
Referee is still winding the clock as if he didn't get out of bounds. Heupel will have to call timeout here. Matchup for you right there.
On 2nd and goal from the 8. Now a little bit of a shift into that slot, a little closer for White. It's Jabari Small. Going down after a gain of maybe a yard.
So now we know on 3rd down, you've got to throw the ball, and it has to be into the end zone. Alabama knows that as well. That's why I thought they'd throw it on 2nd down, and then you.
And Dylan Sampson's come in to the Tennessee backfield. Third and goal. Blitz coming from Alabama. Milton lofts it. Got it. To McAllen Castles, the tight end for the touchdown.
All out blitz. Joe Milton did exactly what Heupel said. Back up, get rid of the ball. You can't get sacked. There's the tight end on the corner. But watch, Alabama comes after him, tries to get the sack, man-to-man coverage, just a little bit of a rub, and that's all they needed.
Caleb Downs, the freshman, was trying to stay with number 34 and couldn't. And Charles Campbell for the extra to the locker room, barring something strange happening here in the final 12 seconds. They're just going to pooch kick this thing. Nobody called fair catch, didn't have to. It went out of bounds. And a little pushing and shoving at the end of the play as they're going to spot this around the 30 or close to it. And now a late flag. Well, that's the flag for going out of bounds. So it's going to be out to the 35.
So Alabama has a strong kicker and time with timeouts to throw the ball anywhere on the field.
Joe Milton's been a walking, moving highlight today.
Yeah, remember how he started out running over people, set himself into the game, and that turned out to a perfect throw after that first hit. And he's went on from there.
Boy, his confidence level's got to be sky high compared to last week.
Absolutely. Well, let's see if they let Milroe throw here. Remember, Tennessee went that far last year for the winning kick in 19 seconds.
Yep, that's right. Jalen Milroe's got a strong arm. Throwing downfield is his best asset, really. Goes short to Nyblack, who steps out with 8 seconds. And now let's see if he will try to uncork one here.
Time for 2 more plays.
And we got an injured Alabama player down. Jaden Roberts shaken up.
Again, usually what happens, he's right there at right guard, is somebody else gets pushed on the back of him and falls on him. Exactly what's happening here.
Rolled up from behind, the sophomore out of Houston will be helped to the locker room. Maybe the tent first, but then the locker room. And his teammates have 8 seconds and 2 timeouts to work with. Trailing by 13.
Can throw the ball anywhere you want.
If you have time. And got it to Burton near midfield, but there's only, I don't think there's a second left.
Was there 1 second with forward progress, or is the half over?
And Nick's saying there's a second left. I tend to agree with him, but the teams are halfway to the locker room already. I thought that Burton stepped out just before the clock expired.
Ball became dead with 1 second on the clock. Clock operator, please put 1 second on the game clock.
Yep.
1 second.
And that gives him a Hail Mary. He won't be able to kick a field goal, but you can throw with with Milroe's arm, can get it to the end zone.
His strong suit has been deep passes this year. And this will be a deep pass to end the half, barring a penalty. 5 touchdown passes of over 40. Average passing touchdown at 40.
You got Amari Nyblack, the tight end, kind of slash slot receiver 84 out there. He's the tallest of the receivers.
Milroe might not get a chance to throw. He won't. Sacked again.
In this offense for Milton to look so comfortable and confident out there.
Doing the ordinary things at a high level. Fundamentally, he's playing well, but the guys outside, protection's been really solid. So you're going to need more of that in the second half.
What needs to be the mindset in that second half?
Reset, replay, refocus. Play one play at a play during the second half, man. You got to play for 60 in this one.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
The first half for over 100 yards. Same guy, same position, different guy.
Alabama gets the ball first to start the third quarter. They'll bring it out to the 25 as we send it down to Jenny Dell.
Well, guys, it was actually a very calm Nick Saban. He said we're just down by 2 scores. We still have plenty of time to go. He does want to see his team pick up the energy and enthusiasm in this game. He said they're the ones that have to manage that out on the field. Defensively, he said we need to be better on third downs and get them off the field. And guys, there were some questions about Milroe's shin at the end of the half. I'm told he is totally fine to go.
All right, Jenny, thanks. That's what we were looking at on the last sack by Tennessee to end the first half. So Jalen Milroe at the controls. He's held the ball a little too long. There's only so much that offensive line can do against a sack-happy Tennessee defense. Isaiah Bond in motion. They keep trying the ground game. This time it works. Jace McClellan in a foot race across midfield into the 45. That's the way to start the quarter.
Yeah, so this Tennessee defense held Alabama rushing to just 16 yards in the first half. But that is an opening they hadn't seen the whole time of the game.
29-yard pickup for McClellan. And immediately into Tennessee territory. At the 46, McClellan stays in there with Milroe on first down. Jermaine Burton in motion toward the ball. Milroe going to go deep. Lays it out there, and he's got Bond. Isaiah Bond. Touchdown.
Interesting design of a play here for Bond. It is kind of a switch release. Bond starts out in the slot, goes wide, and then comes back in. Watch him go wide and then come back in. Switch release, ends up on McDonald number 12, and he runs right by him. Beautifully designed play. You stack your receivers, you force the defenders to make a choice. They chose wrong.
Well,
been trailing, but this has been the biggest halftime deficit of the year. Maybe that's why Nick was so calm. He's, you know,
got him right where I want him.
Exactly.
This one will be returned from the 4. And not going to make it to the 25, maybe the 23. And a look at our game trends. Joe Milton, a sensational first half. 8 of his 16 completions to Squirrel White. Jalen Milroe just warmed things up on his statistic line with that 46-yard touchdown pass to Isaiah Bond. And as Gary talked about, 4-time trailing at half this season, the most ever under Nick Saban.
Yeah, 3 of them at home, but this is the way to start a half. Run the ball on the first one, good protection up front, able to step into the throw, and wide open. It was all designed with that short motion that forced Tennessee to switch on the release. They never got back in phase.
Now let's see if the Alabama defense can come up with a stop. Tennessee got the late touchdown. If you're just joining us, the final seconds of the second quarter to stretch their lead to 20-7. And it's been cut down now to 6.
Also, an interesting part of that first half is Alabama did not have a penalty in the first half.
And they've had all kinds of trouble with
exactly.
penalties.
Okay, I'll tell you what's going to happen here. They're going to put it back to the 3 because the other receiver signaled for a catch. He put his arms out like a fair catch. So I think it was the other receiver signaled, and that's why it's going back to where the returner caught it.
All the way to the 3 or 4 yard line.
See it the opposite receiver, but either one that signals, that kills the play. They're going to take a review of it and look at it one more time for the replay. I saw him. They do that T formation. It kind of signals to their guys that we're going to let it go.
After further review, the ruling of the field is confirmed. 4-yard line, first down.
That's a huge difference. The 4 instead of the 24.
Yes. Remember, one guy is signaling to everybody that we're going to let it go. You don't have to block anyone. The other one catches it and runs. It's wherever he catches it.
So that's going to make it difficult for Milton and the offense because they're going to be close to their own end zone or in it with that crowd behind him in the Alabama end zone. Jalen Wright. Tough couple. Got it out across the 5.
Big difference. Remember, if you let the ball go, you get it at the 25. They got it at the 3-yard line. Huge difference.
Just outside the 7. Jalen Wright again. Going to be tracked down by Lawson.
Remember earlier you said that Kevin Steele said, the defensive coordinator, you don't have to throw the guy down. But on this one you do. And he threw him down well.
Yes, he did.
Coming from the backside, feels the hole. Delay just a bit. He's there.
Now it's about to get noisy. 3rd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Jalen Wright trying to squirt out the backside, but he'll only get to the 11, maybe the 12.
So look what happened. That ball being on the 3 forced Tennessee into 3 straight running plays and a 3 and out.
And now they're going to have to kick from near their own goal line. And the one guy you don't want to give too much room to in punting out of your own end zone is right there. Kool-Aid McKinstry. Asked him yesterday if he's frustrated by not getting many punt returns. He said, yep, it's been tough so far. Look out, don't let him get his hands on one here. And he's got to call fair catch and get out of the way, and it's going to take an unbelievable Tennessee roll.
Boy, that ball.
Job by Tennessee, Jackson Ross. And now it's Jalen Milroe and company, who scored quickly the last time they had it. And the guy in motion is the guy that caught it. Milroe going to throw short across the middle. Got Dupree, the tight end, and it's a first down at the 45. First catch for Dupree today.
Tight end just wheels over the middle, a little rollout, gets back, finds him. Very positive zone drive starter.
15 yards. Milroe's numbers looking a little better quickly.
Remember, the last drive starter was a very effective run. They end up hitting the touchdown. 2 straight drive starters by Tommy Reese.
Dominic Slaughter comes off. Judy Lally will fill in his spot. And Haddon on the other side. And now the Tennessee jump in the neutral zone. It looks like it. And that'll be a free 5.
Norman Lott, I think it was. Yes, it is. He knew it.
Offside. Defense number 55.
There's the move into the neutral zone. So the ball basically right on the 50. And again, another flag flies in. Going to be a free 5 again. Same guy again.
So you'd like to blame this on crowd noise, but the crowd is being quiet because the Alabama's offense is out there.
Number 37. Movement by the defense.
2 guys jumped that time.
So Alabama used the double clap that time instead of going on the clap, which number 55 Omar Norman Lott thought once he heard the clap, he thought the snap was coming. It was going to be the second clap on that one.
The secondary clap got him.
Yeah, that got him.
First down by penalty, back to back, the 45. Tennessee thinking about a blitz. Jalen Milroe took the snap, was signaling to Seth McLaughlin, I think, that just hold on a second, and instead they snap it.
Snap infraction. Offense number 56. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
And that has been a problem. You wouldn't expect it at home, but just the first today.
First penalty. So we've had 3 flags in a row. said to Tommy Reese, offensive coordinator, the snaps drive me crazy. I was just making a statement. He said, how do you think I feel?
Exactly.
So it's back to midfield, 1st and 15. Burton is in the slot to the left, right at the midfield stripe. Milroe pumps once, now throws, and got it to Bond again. And a 1st down at the 29.
Alabama willing to throw the ball on 1st down. You don't get the ferocious pass rush. They do a good job, plenty of pocket time. Good job to the right side. Look at J.C. Latham that time. Keeping Pierce to the outside. No pressure. Throwing on 1st down gives them time to throw the ball.
And a pickup of 20. And a 1st down at the 30. Milroe faked the option. Now a backward pass to Roydell Williams. And he's put under what looked like a late hit or almost a fist in the back of the head. Who did? And maybe I'm seeing things. I'm sorry.
Well, sometimes the new modern way is to punch the ball out. Let's see if he's trying to punch the ball out. And you're right. He misses the ball and hits the number 5.
Now the fans are seeing it now. And that should have been
called. No doubt. Remember, the crowd is acting as if it's a dirty play. He's going to try to punch the ball out. Still should have been called.
From the 29, 2nd and 9. Burton in motion. They're going to give it off on the inside to Jace McClellan.
One more look, because it was such a big play, bringing the ball back to the 3. This is the illegal, when Squirrel White raises his arms to the side, that kills the play right there.
D. Williams is a guy.
Oh, I'm sorry, D. Williams, yes.
Alabama with a 3rd and 5. Should have a 1st down inside the 15 right now, had they called that penalty. They're in Will Reichard field goal range. McClellan only got about a yard. Tyler Barron, first guy there, getting up off the bottom of the pile, number 9.
One of the questions I asked Tommy Reese and Nick Saban is, did you have the zone read keep in? On this play right here, I thought he had to keep Milroe. I don't know if it was on or not, but he could have kept that for an easy 1st down.
Will Reichard, who missed a field goal last year, the last time he missed, in fact, was at Tennessee. Perfect this year. This one from 42 yards out. Will Reichard got it.
Snuck it in.
Just barely. Offensive Alabama has had their wheels up since the start of this 3rd quarter. I mentioned Will Reichard, the all-time leading SEC scorer, now 491 points in his career.
Nick talked about him making the decision to come back to get just a little bit better, refine his game, make a name for himself. Obviously, all-time history of Alabama, and it's paying off for him, I think.
And the fair catch called for, and take it in the end zone this time. Jenny, I know you talked to Will Reichard this week.
I did. He said he's going to appreciate the record after this season, but his focus this week is setting the record straight against Tennessee. Guys, he prides himself in coming through in clutch moments. He has not stopped thinking about missing last year's 50-yard potential game-winning kick in this matchup. He said that it haunts him, and it's the one kick in his entire career he wishes he could have back.
Also filled in as a punter for Burnip this year and did really well at that. He hasn't missed a field goal, hasn't missed an extra point. He went through all of 2020 season without a miss. So for the most part, I would say Mr. Dependable, with the exception of the one that haunts and that Jenny's talking about. Maybe he'll get a chance for a little payback on that one before this one's over. 8.5 to go, 3rd. Tennessee still leading by 3. Joe Milton, the quick look to the right, and now he's going down. Drop for a loss of 3.
Alabama's first sack of the football game. Squeeze him, nowhere to go with the football. I thought he had a couple openings possible, but he wasn't looking the right way, and the 1st down sack.
And now Milton takes off And he's got a first down run.
That's what I thought that Milroe could have used on that last play on third down right here. Zone read keep. When would they start running the quarterback was a question I had, and so far they're doing it.
It's about the third time Caleb Downs has made the tackle on Milton in the secondary. The play fake and a deep one coming. Incomplete. Intended for Caleb Webb and broken up by Kool-Aid McKinstry.
One of the wide splits by the wide receivers allows the defensive back, McKinstry this time, the option of kind of pushing him further and further to the sideline. Kind of use the sideline as an extra defender.
McKinstry, a little hand fighting going on. He maybe got the worst of that actually from the offensive player. Terry and Arnold, we got Cooper Mays missing the first 4 games of the season, so they're patchworking a little bit on the offensive line.
It's up here to the top. Just kind of collapsed on him, or cramped. One of the two, right? Knee just gave way.
Second down and 10 from the 38. Shovel pass inside, going nowhere. Maybe a half yard for Sampson. Tim Keenan
It was Tim Keenan just collapsing that offensive line into the backfield. Makes the play while he's being blocked at the same time. Wonderful play.
Third down and 9. The heat's on Joe Milton right now. Just a 4-man rush. Milton fires, double catch, but it's not going to be a first down to Ramel Keaton. He had to tip it to himself there.
Yeah, now what do? This game is Alabama has just scored 10 points on you. Come back, you got a short yardage fourth down play.
They already went for one of these earlier and didn't get it.
Yep, about a yard and a half this time. I don't know. I must be really old school because I'd be fine here. I'm not giving them the ball on the 49-yard line if we don't make it. We didn't make the last one.
Didn't make this one either. Alabama takes over as Sampson got nothing.
Yeah, I don't. You're running right into the teeth of that two-gap defense. Those big defensive tackles. Tried to go wide last time, didn't make it. This time it's stuffed up front. Wrap around from the outside.
Shaheed Campbell with a great play.
But up front, they stuff it. No one can get to the linebacker, and Campbell cleans it up.
And with a fourth down stop, Alabama takes over in Tennessee territory at the Vols 47. Burton, the motion man. Jace McClellan led a big run to start the third quarter. He's got another nice one here to the 40.
Another drive starter. You know, Josh Heupel went for it on fourth down before, and his defense bailed him out with that interception in the end zone. He's counting on them to help him out again.
Going to work our way under 6 minutes before the next snap here in the third. Jalen Milroe's numbers have improved dramatically here in the third quarter. Second down and 3. Milroe running to throw the pump fake. Now he's going to throw it to the sideline. Guess all you can say is he didn't take a sack there.
Exactly. Probably could have ran out of bounds. The same thing. Nowhere to go with the football. Good coverage. Got pressure in his face and got it back to the line. He basically was at the line of scrimmage anyway, but just to make sure. Sometimes you lose kind of track of exactly where you are when you run on those scrambles.
Now they don't pick this first down up. It might be decision time for Nick Saban because they're kind of in no man's land right now as far as a field goal. Third down and 3. Milroe throws late. Got it to Burton.
Wow.
Burton inside the 20. Still fighting his way to the 18-yard line.
Watch this catch. Burton's going to come up, and he is aggressively going across the formation right here. And watch him turn and make that catch, leaping one way and going back and catching it. Look at that. Nice play. Knows he's going to get hit.
And got about 3 hits and then got up and shows the emotion he has for this game. He gets fired up, man. That's a 22-yard pickup. And now it's Milroe on the keeper. Jalen Milroe. A stiff arm and out of bounds just outside the 5.
I think this is the last piece of the offense that Alabama has to add to their attack. Jalen Milroe, he wants to stay in the pocket and throw the ball, but I think you've got to use his legs with more called runs like this.
The Tide 1st and goal. Trying to take the lead for the first time today. At the 5. Jace McClellan heading to the corner. Touchdown, Alabama. They're in front for the first time.
Jace McClellan does a great job of what they call pressing the hole. He attacks the design of the play and then he bounces out. Watch him come downhill and then go around. That draws in that defense. Downhill, attack, and then get outside with his speed.
Remember, a 4th down stop led to this, and Jace McClellan's 4th rushing touchdown of the year. Will Reichard's point after up and perfect. Jace McClellan.
Little salute to Dupree, number 81 at the end. Get a good block. Allows McClellan to bounce it outside.
And from our AT&T 5G pylon cam, Jace McClellan tiptoeing inside that pylon. And now with a first lead after being down by 13. Will Reichard's kick will hit the end zone. Tennessee will come out. We check in with Jenny.
What can he do to turn it around here in the second half?
Not so much in the second half. 2 drives this half, 3 plays and a punt, then 6 plays and a turnover on downs. Squirrel White in motion. Milroe's going to throw it out to him. And Squirrel, a flag down, probably going to be a holding out there. There's 2 flags now. It was only a short pickup, but it looks like Tennessee's guilty out there on the edge. Ken Williamson will give us the call.
Holding on the offense, number 87.
Jacob Warren with the holding, the tight end spot.
Comes from inside out, and he tries to get outside of his man right there, and then at the last second you see him grab it on. It's tough for that tight end. They start him close, and then he gets out there, tries to get outside the defender, but he couldn't get there.
Center Seth McLaughlin firing up the crowd for the defense. 1st and 19. Milroe wanted to throw a wide out screen, and they blew that up in a minute.
Yep. The double clutch allowed the defender to make that play. Dallas Turner, number 15, is out there. Watch the double clutch. That allows him to see it and beat the block to the tackle. He sees the double clutch. Go, go, go. And he beats the block from inside out.
It's getting worse for the Vols. 2nd and 21. They're going the wrong direction. They'll keep it on the ground, play it safe to Jalen Wright. The Boygby's saying I was held. Where's the flag? And a little pushing and shoving at the end. It's going to be 3rd and long.
Well, how aggressive are you going to be? Joe Milton has had a good game, but 3rd and long from that end of the end zone right there is tough on that offensive line.
They got to get all the way to the 35-yard line for a first down. Kool-Aid McKinstry is trying to get Malachi Moore's attention, and did just in time, I think. Milton has time. Now running out of it. Crossing route, complete. Tight end's not going to get there. 4th down. Jacob Warren got all he could out of it, but not a first down.
Good job by Kool-Aid McKinstry that time. He heard the signal or saw the signal because he was close to the sideline. But Malachi Moore didn't see it, and the late shift was good enough, and they got in the right coverage.
Jackson Ross to punt. Kool-Aid McKinstry back deep. Fair caught one earlier, but then let it bounce, and it cost about 15 yards. Let's see what he does with this one. This one he backpedals and fields and goes down for a loss. Great coverage by Tennessee's punt team. 5-0, and they've scored 17 straight this quarter. From the 12-yard line. Roydell Williams looks for his blockers, twists his way for a nice run of about 5.
So I'll tell you, the first down plays for Alabama in this second half has been the keys to this offense. Remember in the first half, they weren't getting the line of scrimmage.
Right. Well, they've mixed it up,
yes,
and they've been productive on first down.
It started out with the running play, went for 30-some yards, and then from there, they seem to have just found their groove.
And that's what they've done this quarter in their possessions, which is down to maybe one more play this quarter. Roydell Williams tries the left side and backpedals to the 20 or close to it. Brings up 3rd down. And let's see if Alabama just decides they will to let that clock run out. And everybody in Bryant-Denny Stadium will hold up 4 fingers for the 4th. The 3rd quarter was definitely the Tides. And they start the 4th quarter with a 3rd down and 2. Jace McClellan on a toss sweep, trying to get to the edge, got there, and a first down at the 25.
It's Alabama, as you said, did a lot of good things in that 3rd quarter. But remember, they had 16 yards rushing in the first half, 68 yards in that 3rd quarter. And you see another effective run on 3rd down right there. Amazing what happens when you can run the ball just a little bit.
No kidding. McClellan stays in. Three receivers and Niblack the tight end. And it's Milroe with his wheels. Jalen Milroe looks like he might have a first down.
I really think this is the key to this Alabama's offense, is springing it loose, getting the second runner in that backfield. They go one back almost all the time, but kind of like a la Jalen Hurts style, getting him in the running game is big.
You said to Jalen yesterday in our meeting, you said, you know, wouldn't that be the additive for you if the running game with your legs comes around? And he looked at me and said, I'm not a running quarterback. He wanted to make that clear.
He didn't. But I tell you, it's added a lot to this offense.
No doubt. Here he is on first down. Plenty of time. Down the middle, too high for Niblack. Incomplete. We'd like to have brought that one down a little bit lower.
Bringing Pierce back in the game now on 2nd and long. 27's in. Tyler Barron, number 9, is in. They're bookend pass rushers.
McClellan now shifts behind Milroe. And he'll get the carry. Not this time.
Wasn't it? Elijah Herring just hit that full speed almost.
McClellan got back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Elijah Herring was kind of anticipating the snap. Watch him come into the frame from the left side and runs it down.
That's 3rd down and long.
Latham's going to have Pierce on the right side. That'll be the matchup that I thought Alabama had to win. They will slide the line a little bit the other way and let Latham go one-on-one.
Jermaine Burton is in a slot to the right of the Alabama offensive line on 3rd and 10. Milroe in trouble. Going to try to run out of it, and he got there. Took a big hit, but it's a first down.
Nice job. Latham and Roberts handled the stunt over to this side. Crisscross, they pick them both up, and that allows for the crease of Jalen Milroe to take it.
And 15 yards on 3rd and 10. Big hit at the end of the run by 4 guys, but it's a first down at midfield. Extra tight ends in there. Low snap, but he got the handoff to McClellan, who got drilled after about a yard gain by Aaron Beasley. Who else? And again, the low snaps have been issues this year. You've got to take your eye off everything else that's going on when it doesn't just land in your hands.
Yeah, they've had one misfire when he snapped it too early, so that's the second one so far in the game.
Clock running down to 11:45 and under. Alabama by 4 to 2nd and 9 in Tennessee territory. McClellan trying to get to the outside. He got there. And a nice run by Jace McClellan, whose second half has been brilliant.
Watch as he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and then he stutters. Watch him get to his spot inside, and then he goes stop, and then he goes. That takes that pursuit from inside out and gets the corner. Jace McClellan has a real feel on this play. Kind of pushes the hole, and then he has that speed to get around the corner.
So he got it to the 37-yard line, a pickup of 11. Remember, his 29-yard dash on the first snap of the 3rd quarter sort of got this thing rolling for the Alabama offense. They're going to keep using him. Only about a yard and a half this time. So that puts Jace at 100 for the day. Last year he only had 3 carries for 15 yards in this matchup. Dead catch, 2 or 3 passes. But right now it's his legs and the running, and they'll give him a breather and let Roydell Williams come in at tailback. Milroe, quick snap of the throw, too
Love
wide.
to have that one back.
He had Burton too.
He did.
It's the second time the ball's hit the sideline before giving the receiver a chance to catch it inbounds.
Got his best receiver down at the bottom of the screen, a bail technique. Got exactly what he wants. The ball sails on him.
So another 3rd down. Here comes a blitz. Milroe.
Another one.
Incomplete, intended for Burton again, but there's a flag down.
Did he grab him in the route? Just on the break. Let's peek at it as he comes in. Yep, just
got a little jersey.
Just a bit of jersey.
It's on Judy Lally.
Holding defense number 1. It's only a 3 yards to the previous spot, and includes an automatic first down.
And remember, that's the spot where Kamal Haddon would be. Went out with that injury that Jenny told you about, has not been back in. Both teams have lost a corner in this football game.
A smile on Josh Heupel's face. The last time there was a penalty on a hold on Jacob Warren, the tight end, he had that same look on his face as if to say that was kind of ticky-tacky. But it's a penalty, and it's a first down at the 25. They're in Will Reichard field goal range right now. The toss. Roydell Williams got to the 21 or close to it.
He is, but just like the Bama defense helped out by keeping and holding that Tennessee offense to field goals early, this Tennessee defense needs to hold for a field goal on this and make it a 1-possession game. Or keep it a 1-possession game, might be a better way to say it.
Under 10 minutes in the 4th. When it was halftime, we didn't think we were going to have the drama of a year ago on Rocky Top. And right now the drama is starting to pick up. So's the Tennessee defense. Nice play.
That was a good catch that time by Milroe. Snap was off to his right. I think he snapped this and caught this with his right hand. Watch how he ball is off to his right and hands it off all in one speed.
Well, they got their last third down bailed out by the penalty on Judy Lally.
Right
Here's
now,
another third down.
Yeah, right now the decision for Alabama, Tommy Rees, Nick Saban talking to Tommy. We're in field goal. That makes it a 7-point game. We don't want to give this ball away here.
Third down at 7. Milroe again has to handle a snap. Look out from behind. Down he goes.
That was exactly what they didn't want. It'll still be about a 50-yard field goal here.
Joshua Josephs from the backside, and Milroe never felt him coming.
That's why I was thinking they might play it safer in field goal range. Here's the blitz right from the outside. Follows them in, and then gets right. That had to be a bust by that Alabama offensive line because that was not a clean blitz. Either the tackle didn't turn out or the guard didn't pop out.
Remember, Jenny said Will Reichard's been thinking about that miss last year, all year, from 50. Up and got it! With a little over 8 minutes to go. In regulation, anyway. We didn't think we were going to have this kind of drama earlier, and now it looks like we have it, partner.
Seen so many of these great football games, and not surprised we're getting another. Remember early it was 29-10 Tennessee plays. Well, it's 58-57. Alabama has come back to within one play. They've turned this game around.
Nick Saban told Jenny Dell, I think we're going to find a way to get it rolling. They've got it rolling. And now after the 50-yard field goal, they've got a touchdown lead. And Reichard nails it into the end zone. Tennessee will bring it out to the 25. On Tuesday, November 14th, the NCAA franchise is going down under for the very first time. Two teams of highly trained misfits will come together to defuse naval crimes in the most contested patch of ocean on the planet. NCIS Sydney, new series, Tuesday, November 14th on CBS. Joe Milton and the Volunteer offense looking for some points this half. And now they trail by 7. Dylan Sampson got 4 before he's tracked down by Jihad Campbell. And that'll work us under the 8-minute mark. Quick throw at the flat, same guy. Sampson trying to make some people miss, and he does enough to pick up the first down.
Took the wide splits, tougher for those linebackers to get out there. One key block. Malachi gets blocked outside, and then a forward play. They need every yard they can get right now.
Milton, backside pressure, down he goes, the ball is out. It's going to be scooped, and it might be a score. It is. Campbell, touchdown, Alabama.
Chris Braswell came around the outside, made the play, thought he had a touchdown 2 weeks ago on the blocked field goal. This time, the sack fumble got one for the team.
Campbell with 2 big plays in the last couple of minutes. And all of a sudden, it's the Tide by 2 scores. Reichard's extra point up and good for the crowd. Don't forget, though, before we're done, it's a play of the game presented by Jersey Mike Subs. That guy might be involved.
That's at least a nominee right there, don't you think?
Yep. Tennessee has now seen Alabama score 27 straight points as we take a look at our Ford game changer. It was the offense.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. Started out with a running play and then a nice design play by the Alabama coaching staff. Gets Isaiah Bond wide open. The crossing route to Jermaine Burton hanging in there nice. And then dialing up the quarterback to get it near the goal line. And Jace McCullen takes it in from there. A little bit of everything for this Alabama offense in the second half.
And now the pressure definitely on Tennessee's offense, which was so proficient in the first half, and Joe Milton. But they haven't scored here in the second half, and they need some, and they need some in a hurry. That didn't start it well.
When you say proficient, you're right. They had 275 yards in the first half, 46 so far in the second half. This Alabama defense has just tuned it up.
2nd and 9. Milton pressured, loads it, and lets it fly out of bounds.
One of the things that the defensive backs for Alabama had been schooled all week is the guy can throw the ball 80 yards. Do not give up on your coverage. If he runs the ball, the receiver goes 70 yards, you stay with him stride for stride.
And now the defense will pin their ears back here, and the crowd will try to help them. 3rd down and 9. Alabama just a 3-man rush. Milton throws far side, too high, incomplete. Intended for the tight end, Jacob Warren.
Dallas Turner was in the game, but he was spying. That's why it was a 3-man rush.
Yep. He just kind of trailed along the back of the other guys.
He kind of backs up. They almost looked like they had 2 spies on the play.
So nothing to do but punt here for Jackson Ross. So a 3 and out by the Volunteers.
He's been an effective punter, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. McKinstry, and again he let the fair catch go, didn't make the catch, and is going to roll all the way down around the 1-yard line.
Well, that's how this game in this
donation to both Tennessee and Alabama's general scholarship funds. He says, I got my master's in scoop and score.
Well, Braswell kind of had a delayed. He was standing there, and all of a sudden he went and produced that sack fumble.
Alabama's last drive, 15 plays, took almost 8 minutes. And now 6:46 on the clock as they have to start from their own 3. And Jace McClellan almost got away. And a nice job with hanging in there and bringing him down was Wesley Walker.
Yeah, I thought he might get the edge here and get it out of trouble. A successful play, but not the big play that would look for a couple strides there. I thought he was going.
By the way, they moved that ball out to the 3, so it was a 71-yard punt. It was first touched at the 3-yard line, if you're wondering why they lined up where they did. And now Alabama using some clock here. Try to wind it down maybe to the 6-minute mark. Jalen Milroe standing on his own goal line. And a tough half-yard for McClellan.
Yeah, Malik Benson that time kind of was facing off on his defender and didn't finish the block. And that's the guy that fell off and made the tackle.
Tennessee and Alabama both have their full complement of timeouts. It'll be interesting now to see if Alabama's just going to run this, and with a 14-point lead and play field position, you wouldn't think they'd get too innovative here at the 6-yard line.
I mean, I would think about play action and keeping it like that run down to the 3-yard line. The quarterback run here.
3rd down and 7. Burton in motion. They'll just give it to McClellan, hoping he can bust through. And he got close, but a yard shy. He's pointing 1st down, but he's well short of it.
Yep. Ran the ball 3 straight times. Playing the clock. Playing the 14-point lead. You don't want another big mistake. Didn't catch the punt. That was a big one.
If it wasn't for the scoop and score and it was only a 7-point game, it changes everything.
Absolutely.
But they've got the luxury of being up 14. And now we're under 5 minutes.
Amari Thomas is down on the field. Very interesting injury there because Tennessee was not ready for this punt return. They only had 5 people on the field.
And Alabama had their regular offense out there, at least to maybe try to draw them off sides.
Exactly.
So this will halt everything right now with a 4th and 1 coming up. problem was.
Come on, he's right here. He's going off. He looks back. He looks back to the bench, and he knows they're in trouble. And then it's his knee or shoulder. He's not sure.
Everything hurts. Everything hurts. So that's 4th down and 1.
The other part of this is the clock was down to 8. They're going to run. Gene Sarator called us up and said, make sure you notice that the clock will go down to back to 40, and they'll get a full 40-second clock.
So hopefully Alabama knows that, because they can just stand there as long as they want. Right now, center judge gets out of the way. They're going to waste some valuable time if they do snap this thing, and I'm sure they're trying to draw Tennessee off sides. And there's the first clap. Almost worked. Now under center, Milroe. Everybody bunched up on Tennessee's side, calling the longest signal maybe of his entire quarterbacking
the
life.
Full 40 seconds. Alabama, will they call timeout or just take 5 yards? They call timeout.
Hey, we'll put this one in perspective for you and present the day's best highlights on the U.S. Army postgame show.
Just one more point about that injury, and then putting the clock back at 40. That ended up being from 3rd down to 4th down, 32 seconds down to 8, then 40 seconds, 72 seconds off the clock before they're going to punt the ball.
And now burn up the punt. Remember, D. Williams back on the other end. And a punt return for a touchdown last week that won the game for Tennessee. This time he's not going to get his hands on it. Taking Alabama a bounce inside the 45, around the 44. And again, Tennessee has all their timeouts, 3:53 to work. Tomorrow night. And time running out on a back-to-back win over Alabama for Tennessee. Joe Milton, quarterback draw. And Milton, he got tripped up, or he might still be going.
Absolutely. One thing you can't have if you're Alabama is a quick touchdown.
Deontay Lawson saved one right there.
Quarterback draw, good call, and Lawson just the shoe tops.
Milton fires near side, broken up, incomplete. Nice play by Trey Amos.
Amos in the game for Terrion Arnold, not in the game. Remember, number 3 would be normally there. They've head down to the backup corner, and he makes the play.
Tennessee needs 2 touchdowns. Milton waits and waits and fires to Squirrel White, who was sensational in the first half, quieter in the second.
Watch Campbell make his play number 30. He forces the receiver outside. He has that inside technique. If you're going to throw it, you got to throw it outside.
Milton rips one to the near side, and that one is complete to Ramel Keaton at a first down.
Clock will still run. A year ago, it would stop.
Dylan Sampson in the backfield with Joe Milton. He's going to run a quarterback draw again, and Milton again with a big opening and dives forward inside the 15-yard line.
You know, I've been wondering where this has been all year for Tennessee. They're using it effectively. Will it be enough?
An 18-yard gain. Now Milton to the corner of the end zone. Incomplete. McKinstry was covering over there on Caleb Webb.
Watch McKinstry smartly use that sideline. They line up wide, and he pushes them wide, top of the screen. He knows where his help is, never even turns around, never panics.
The numbers have come tumbling down in the second half for Joe Milton. He still had a good day, but they need more than good right now here in the red zone. Squirrel White's the slot man to the top of your screen, and flags fly.
First illegal procedure penalty. First pre-snap penalty by the Tennessee offense.
Number 66. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Dane Davis is the guy that jumped.
The clock was running way down. He could almost feel it out there.
.232 left. Milton fires and is complete to Webb, who got inside the 10. And it's third down. They need to get to the 4-yard line for a first down. 9 yards to the end zone for a touchdown. Milton stands tall, now trying to get out of there. Throws late, incomplete. It's fourth down. Squirrel White was the intended receiver.
Nice job by Joe Milton here this time. He can feel the pressure, rolls out of it, knows he's going to get hit, and tries to just get rid of it. Thinks he might get a holding penalty, but he doesn't get it.
Malachi Moore was covering. Here's the ball game for Tennessee.
Oh, another one. Zane Davis again. Right tackle. Pre-snap penalties were a problem a year ago at Tennessee, at Florida early in the year. No problem all game until this spot right here.
Same problem at Georgia last year.
Yep.
Well, I'll say this, they got more room to work right now. They're 0 for 2 on fourth down. Those were Josh Heupel's decisions. This one's a no-brainer. The only time they're going to have the ball with enough time to score a touchdown. 4th and 10. Milton. Pocket starting to collapse. Throws, end zone, incomplete. Squirrel White was the closest receiver.
So Alabama has given up some yards, but in the red zone, they have been effective all game. 3 times in there, and now a 4th time on fourth down, they get another stop.
Milton looking for a defensive holding call or something to go his way. So was Josh Heupel.
Timeouts left.
I know. There's a lot of ball left.
Okay.
McClellan. One of those timeouts will come right now.
But you are right. I do smell the smoke. Called play game by Tommy Rees.
2nd down and 7. Tennessee down to 2 timeouts. McClellan got to the 20, but that's it. And Tennessee not going to take another timeout, I guess, right here. Yes, they are.
A bad second half last week, but he's had a good football game here, as you said, in the second half.
And if nothing crazy happens, here's the West standings coming into the day. LSU has a date with Army tonight, and then LSU and Alabama get together 2 weeks from now right here at Bryant-Denny Stadium. So those are your top 2 teams in the West. Georgia idle today, the top team in the East. Tennessee, unless they can come from behind in the next minute 50, will not be able to stay just 1 game behind Georgia in the East. And they've got a November 18th date in Knoxville against Georgia, but they'd have to hope that Georgia stumbles somewhere else along the line before then. 4th down that we saw last week, but I'm sure Burnip knows that as well. Kicked it somewhere other than to number 3. And then he kicked it to him at the 32. And he's dragged down. Nice job on the punt coverage. Just a short return with 1:33 to go.
So just thinking back, and Ness, you and I were both looking at each other. 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter when Josh Heupel went for it on 4th and a yard and a half. They were leading
in his own territory,
leading 20-17, and after that, it's been the opposite ball game the whole way. You know, Josh is very aggressive with his play calling. That's the way he runs this program. I'm sure, you know, it didn't work out this time, but that's the way he likes to do it.
That's right. From the 37, Milton on On a little cross, Jalen Wright just gets what he can. Deontay Lawson brought him down without a minute 20. And that Tennessee offense that's supposed to get a playoff every 22 seconds, they better do it here. Milton quarterback run and got the first down. So that's going to stop things just for a second until they reset. Joe Milton's going to have some sore shoulders from some of his runs
sure
today.
Has. He hasn't slid today, has he?
Now the clock will start from the 48. Milton again has to throw short.
Umpire took a tough hit there.
Oh, that might stop play.
That's a tough one. Got run right over. Linebacker trying to adjust to the throw. Watch him go right through the linebacker after the catch. Oh.
Well, he's back up, and so's the Tennessee offense, but Milton's going the wrong direction. Down he goes, way back inside the 40. Dallas Turner.
Chris Braswell flushes him towards his partner on the other side, and Turner makes the play. Watch it, 41 from the right side, puts pressure on, so he spins back the other way, right to number 15.
3rd and 19. Milton's going to load and fire at a crossing route to Jalen Wright, and he's got the first down. With 10 seconds, all that remains. And the Tennessee fans were cheering on their trip here to Tuscaloosa in the first half with a 20-7 lead. But 27 Alabama points later, and this one's going to be in the books after this throw and catch. And that'll do it. Alabama gets revenge from a year ago. Another win. Jenny's with them.
Coach, after the first quarter, you told me you needed to adjust the game plan. How did this team not only buy in, but excel at that?
Well, I think the big thing was we came out in the second half, 2 plays and a touchdown changed the whole momentum of the game. Got our team excited, got our team having energy, and we played great after that. So, you know, my hat's off. The fans were great. It's a great win for us. It's always great to beat Tennessee. Jalen did a great job. Offense did a great job in the second half, but the defense shut them out in the second half, too.
I don't know if you can tell, but it's getting a little smoky in here, and it's well documented that you actually do not like smoking cigars. But how are you going to celebrate this one tonight?
Well, I'll chew on one for a while.
Here you go.
I'll tell you that. There we go.
All right, Jalen, over here. He's going to chew on it tonight. I don't know what you're going to be doing, buddy. This reaction is everything. How is this team able to turn the tide tonight in this matchup?
Yeah, it's all about our finish, you know, our brotherhood and our commitment, and then everything that comes with 4 quarters. Like we talked about in the offseason, it all factored in today. What a great win, what a great opponent, and that's the way to finish.
I know that this one was personal. How satisfying is this win after what happened last season?
Yeah, you know, this was a tough game. You know what happened last year, but the biggest thing we had to do was flip the page and acknowledge that we got a game this year, you know, and we had to take care of business.
Go have fun with your teammates out there.
Thank you. Roll Tide!
Too bad he doesn't have a personality.
Sure does.
Well, Nick's usually chewing butt. He can chew cigar in the locker room. And he's got it with him in his left hand. Happy group in Bryant-Denny Stadium. Now it's time for the play of the game, presented by Jersey Mike Subs. And it was a big one. Pressure coming from Chris Braswell from behind. Joe Milton didn't feel it until it was too late. Out comes the ball. Jihad Campbell with a scoop, with a score, with a deciding touchdown. Here's how Eli Gold called it on Alabama radio.
Alabama now watching as the quarterback, Milton, stands in. The ball is knocked free. It's picked up by Alabama, and rumbling in for the touchdown is the Crimson Tide's Jihad Campbell. We had just spoken about him taking advantage of playing time, and he gets the loose football that takes it on in.